Welcome back. We're talking to the candidates running for the state's 30th Assembly District in this November's election. I'd like to move our attention to the cost of energy. As everyone knows, it's had a tremendous impact on the financial well-being of many Californians. I'm curious, where do you stand on Prop 7? That's the proposition on renewable energy that requires all utilities to generate 20% of their power from renewable energy sources by 2010 and increasing it to 50% by 2025. Mr. Gilmore?
I support. I'm not absolutely certain where I stand on that particular issue, but on that particular initiative. But I am very much in favor of drilling more here in the state of California and in ANWR, and I would even go as far as saying offshore. I'm also very much in favor of renewable energy, solar, wind, nuclear power, as well as France has been very, very effective in doing that. We need to do everything that we can do to lower our dependence on foreign oil and look at other ways for renewable energy.
Okay, Ms. Flores.
You know, I agree. I think we have some natural resources that we can use. We've got wind. We probably have more sunny days in the valley than anywhere else. So I think we need to figure out a way to be able to build, you know, schools, businesses. We need solar panels out there. We need to take advantage.
Are you going to take a specific position on Prop 7?
No, and I don't have a position on that now. But I will say that I support, you know, making sure that we use our natural resources, decrease our dependence on foreign oil. We can do it. We've got, you know, the Tehachapis that can do wind farms, and there's some options out there. We just got to be aggressive towards them.
Okay, thank you very much. Ms. Kaczmarek, you've got the next question.
Yes, Ms. Flores, you mentioned we have lots of sunny days here in the Central Valley, and a lot of people, businesses, homeowners are putting in solar panels. Do you think the state should require the utility companies to purchase excess power from these smaller businesses or individuals?
You know, the power companies, you know, everybody hates paying their power bill, and there's a lot of cities who are trying to, you know, create their own power sources. But I think in the long run, you know, we've all got to figure out, we need to do our part. Everyone can conserve energy. Certainly, you know, we do have a lot of sunny days. We also have a lot of foggy days. So I think consumption of energy is an issue that individuals need to work on. We need to be able to work with our power companies and our cities to find ways to conserve.
Thank you.
Mr. Gilmore?
Personally, I would like to see tax breaks given for anyone that is looking to go to solar energy, or any. I would like to see tax incentives given to anyone, any homeowner that is willing to put out the money to address this particular issue. I think it would be a great way to go.
Thank you very much. Mr. Hurley.
For both candidates, there are some experts who believe that you'll actually get people to consume less gasoline, less fuel, by raising the taxes on gasoline. And we know when gas prices go up, people use less of it. What would you think of a measure in the legislature to raise the taxes on gasoline and put that money into research for renewable energy? Mr. Gilmore?
I'm not a tax guy. I would be opposed. I would be opposed to that concept, quite frankly. I would be more inclined to give a tax incentive for a person that wants to purchase a hybrid vehicle. Again, we are taxed into oblivion, especially in the state of California. Any increases on taxes in the 30th Assembly District here is one of the poorest districts in the state. Any added tax is going to be a burden on some of the people in this valley. I would be opposed to it.
Ms. Lars?
You know, I also am opposed to an increase in gasoline tax. As it is now, people are having to make choices of, you used to be, you were making a choice between buying your prescription drugs and buying something else. And now we're thinking we got to make a choice between drugs and putting gas in your car to go to work. So, and I think in the Central Valley, I think it's important that we don't penalize those people who drive an older car, who have to have a vehicle to get to work. You know, our jobs are in one part of the city and our home is another part of the city. So we need to figure out a way to put the jobs where the people live.
Thank you. Mr. Geluso, you've got the next question.
You've both avoided answering whether there would be specific regulations on the state's regulated electric utilities that you would support in order to achieve these energy savings. Mrs. Flores, first you. What specific regulations should the state impose on Southern California Edison and PG&E in order to achieve the state's energy goals?
You know, I don't think that the state, I mean, we have the PUC who is regulating those things. I think it's their job, not the legislator's job, to decide that.
Mr. Gilmore.
James, I think in my opening comments here, this is one of the problems that I believe in California that we are facing is regulation after regulation after regulation. And it is becoming increasingly difficult to do business in this state. We need to, I think, move away from over-regulating businesses and to make this state that people want to do business here. When you talk about regulation, people, businesses are constantly talking about leaving. And
Okay. Well, thank you very much. When we come back, the candidates will discuss their plans for addressing our struggling transportation system. That conversation when we continue. This is a Maddie Institute Election Special.